good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time that this video reaches you. I hope that you're having a blessed day. Uh, just wanted to come in and chop it up with the family right quick. So, I'm at work right now. I'm on my phone, so hopefully the audio is good. Peace and blessings to everybody, all that good stuff. But yeah, man. So I kind of, I kind of got some details on the situation with the iconic Janet Jackson um, that I wanted to touch on briefly, right quick. Snap! Got these bees trying to get in my truck. You got to roll these windows up. It's that time of year. Pardon the body on that. But yeah, so let's get right to it. So shout out to Janet Jackson's uh, statement first and foremost. Shout out to Janet Jackson, the iconic Janet Jackson. Shout out to the whole Jackson family. Rest in peace. I know she just lost a brother, Tito Jackson. So rest in peace to Tito. And you know, we all know the Jacksons, iconic family out of Gary, Indiana, went on to do amazing things. Needless to say, the king of pop, Michael Jackson, her other big brother. So, Janet is the baby. We hold the Jacksons near and dear to our heart. So, we got this election going on, and I think that people use this as an opportunity to see where people stand at in this election, whether they going with the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. So she had an interview recently with someone overseas that when I seen the picture of the lady that interviewed her, she looked to be, which was interesting. She looked to be an East Indian um female lady that was the interviewer, and a question came up about Kamala Harris, and the lady asked Janet, "How do you feel about her being possibly being the first black president, female black president?" And Janet basically told her, "Well, I heard that she wasn't black. But basically, I don't have no dog in the fight. Either way, you know, it goes. It just seemed like it's gonna be chaotic, whoever wins. But from my understanding, from what I've heard, that she's not black. Now, first thing that raises concern is, you know, when people heard that, they highlighted that part of the interview, and now everybody's going crazy about it. That's on the left, and she didn't pick a side. She doesn't seem to be like a Trump supporter, quote unquote. She doesn't seem to be a Kamala supporter, quote unquote. But she just gave an honest answer, and I think that especially the left, when you say things or you answer questions and it doesn't go with their narrative, then they you become the target. You're under attack all of a sudden. So DL Hughley took to social media and started disparaging the iconic Janet Jackson, talking about her looks and she got a white nose and just very disrespectful. And that was just totally uncalled for. A few others, Ricky Smiley threw some shots at her and the Jackson Five and the rest of the rest of the family, some other members of the Jackson's family, just because she said that from her understanding, Janet Jackson is not black. I mean, not Janet Jackson, but Kamala Harris is not black. Um, that's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, when you get on these platforms and you voice your opinion or to the best of your knowledge and to become under attack is insane. So let's fast forward a little bit. After that, after Janet got ridiculed for her thoughts on Kamala Harris not being black, all of a sudden a a statement surfaces on social media that's supposed to be from her camp, basically saying that, oh, Janet Jackson apologizes for her statements about Kamala Harris. She is in full support of her, and she knows that she's a black woman, and you know, basically putting out an apology for her statements in the interview. So after that surfaced, Janet Jackson's real, because that was a false apology, a false statement. That wasn't nobody that was directly connected to Janet Jackson. So an official statement came out, and I believe Randy Jackson, her other brother, is her publicist, and they said, nah, she's standing on what she said. That other statement about the apology, that wasn't from us. So Janet Jackson stands by her statements that she is um her opinion is what she heard is that that lady is not a black woman. So, you know, what's the big deal? But man, I tip my hat off to Janet Jackson and her team for clearing that up. Because so often, we see people make statements that are celebrities or in that space. When they get backlash, they tend to fold and backtrack on what they said. So I first want to give a salute and tip my hat off to Janet Jackson for standing on what she said to begin with. Now, few situations, few things that I want to talk about with that. First of all, why is Kamala Harris's race so important to begin with? It's not about her race. That's identity politics. And I know I speak about that a lot. Identity politics where black people are crashing out like DL Hughley, disrespecting this icon, this found hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all, my bad. Got a phone call right quick from one of my homies. But yeah, so what did I leave off? But basically, why is race so important? Identity politics. I mean, black people are so we look so desperate when we try to make somebody be black that basically is not even really trying to claim us like that. For one, it's not important. It's about her politics. But for two, if you do the research on her supposedly being black, and make no mistake, this is not nothing that I care about. But since people want to hang that hat on her being black, I had to just do a little research. So we all know her mother is Indian, red dot Indian from Asia. They say her father is Jamaican. That's where she gets the black side from. Okay. Now we think Jamaica, we thinking about, you know, black people with dreadlocks, and that's the image that they're trying to, sell you on her father. But first, when you pull up a picture of her father, it's named Donald J. Harris. When you pull up a picture you can put him up on Wikipedia or whatever, research it for yourself. He looks just like an East Indian man. You dig a little deeper, you find out that he
his parents were, his mother was Indian, and I believe his father was Irish. So Jamaica is just where he lived or was born at, but that doesn't. Neither of his parents are black. One is Indian, one is Irish. He was just born or lived in Jamaica. He has Jamaican citizenship. Jamaica is a nationality. It's not a race. Just like America. You got black people that live in America. You got white. We all American. You got brown. You got Asian Americans. You got all type of Americans. America is a nationality. But that man, her father, is not even of black descent. In fact, if you dig a little deeper, his father, the one that's from Ireland, was a former was a slave owner. So where is she black at? And why are y'all going out? Black people in America, foundational black Americans are the only ones that's making this issue about her being black. Do y'all even care about her policies? You could just you just want to vote for her because you identify with her being black. When in fact, if you dig a little deeper, do a little research, you will find that that lady is not even black. She's not even half black. So, and I ain't even want to touch on that. Let's talk about her politics. Why is her race so important? Why are they pandering so hard for the black vote to hang their hat on that this lady is a black female? It's not about her being black. It's not about her being a female. It's about her being the president of the United States of America. Is she capable of doing that job? To see all that identity politics goes out the window. We can't make no exceptions for her or specify some different type of regulations for her just because she's a female. Because when we get or she's black, when you get in office, you have a job to do, and that's to be the president of the United States. It ain't about nobody's race. It ain't about nobody's gender. It's about policy. Are you capable of running this nation? That's the only thing it should be about. And the thing about that is, why is it so important? The other question is, if she's willing to lie or fabricate something as small as her race, what else would you lie about? So now it becomes a question of your credibility. Because if you're going to sit up here and lie to me about something as silly as that, all this stuff you saying on in these debates, in these interviews, which you're not really saying much, but anything that you're saying now comes into question. So your character is at question because we don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So this is where identity politics is dangerous, where it is not acceptable when we're talking about somebody that's running for office on any level. So this is a huge L. And shout out once again to Janet Jackson for standing her ground, for saying, no, I said what I said. Now you got D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, and other black people in social media coming down on Janet Jackson for just speaking the truth. We so dead set on making this lady a black woman that we would defy all logic. We not even people that sitting up there capping for this lady being a black woman ain't even did a research, a search. We all got smartphones. We all could look at this information. And once again, not that it's important, but y'all making it important to make people go dig into, okay, is he really black? And when you find out the man ain't even black, And another thing, everybody is questioning her blackness. And the only person that could really clarify if she's black or not would be her father. Why is he so silent? Why isn't he speaking? It's something to note, y'all.